Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today sit a while for we are playing some more Franchise Hockey Manager 6 as part of the Ottawa Senators. So we are in the off-season of 1998, which means that there will be an expansion. The Nashville Predators are coming into the league. We're gonna need to make some choices as far as who we keep and who we leave open to be picked by Nashville so that they can put up their very first squad together. Before we get into all that, of course, it being the off season, I have a few emails to go through with you guys, and then we're gonna take a look at my contract offers and everything. As you can see, now there's really starting to be some interesting names in free agency, and I've been a little savage. I'm still a little sour about how last season ended, and I'm still a little sour about having to trade Marian Osa. So I've been a little savage in there, and I intend to keep that way because I want to succeed. And if you just sit and stay idle all the time, you don't tend to win. So let's take a look at all that. It might be a little bit of a long video because there's gonna be that expansion draft to go through, so it might be a little long. I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. So, first off, early in June, Patrick Schellberg of Montreal donated time and money to cancer research, so he became a better person. And then on June 26th, there's been a trade. So, the Blues sent Dave Laurie and Ladislav Nagy to Boston for Steve Hines and Cameron Mann. So I think Boston got the upper hand in there because Nagy has a decent potential of 2 stars, and Laurie should be able to play like on their third line or something and be okay. So I give the advantage to Boston, sadly, because they are in our division. Then there's been a few retirement, not as many as after the last season, but there's a couple to go through. So Greg Adams in Vancouver retired at age 34. Mike Huff in Toronto retired at age 35. Larry Murphy in Pittsburgh retired at age 37. So he was a great, and now he's not there anymore. And Zardy Zalewski with us at only age 30 decided to retire. So I wasn't going to re-sign him anyway, and I guess we lost him. Nobody's getting him, I guess. So that happened. So there's been a trade also between Washington and Dallas. Craig Darby goes to Dallas, and Jason Botterill goes to Washington. Of course, Jason Botterill in real life is right now Buffalo's GM, but he used to be a player. Actually, he was a player with a good potential. He just never quite developed how he was supposed to be. And Nashville had to pick a GM and a coach because they are a new team. So they picked Ray Shero as their GM. So they could definitely have done worse. I think Ray Shero did do some good things in his career. And the coach is going to be Kevin Constantine. So that's obviously not the players that Nashville, not the personnel that Nashville picked in real life when they came into the league. But I believe that they're decent pieces. Of course, a lot is going to depend on who they decide to pick from all the available players in the draft, which should happen in a couple days. I didn't check the date. Usually they have it on July 2nd or 3rd, I believe. So we're going to delete that. Then we have one player that joined us as a free agent, which is Chris Bela. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. So that's it for the emails. Now, as you know, I've been struggling defensively, even though I believe that my defensive squad is, I mean, I'm not going to say we're world beaters, but I think we're okay. I don't think we're super crazy good, but I do believe that we're able to hold our own. But we've been allowing a whole lot of shots. So in the off season, my defensive coach needed an extension, so I did not extend him, and I got a different one instead. It was slim pickings as far as defensive coaches go. There was one that was really good, but he was horrible at coaching prospects, and I have a few younger guys, so I didn't go with him. So my guy that I ended up getting is Steve Reese right here. So he's not the best. He's a 14 and 11, but honestly, among what I had available, that was probably the best that was there. So not great, but I had to go with what I had. Now, one thing I also want to mention is I tried to fire Roger Nielsen. What I wanted to do was to fire Roger Nielsen and promote Alain Vigneault as the head coach, but my owner said that he didn't see any reason to fire Roger Nielsen, so Roger Nielsen is still the coach because of that. Oh yeah, it was asked before, so I took note of that. I scored a whopping 3 points for last season, and my grand total so far is 19, so not great. Not great at all. Alright, and now I have made some contract offers. Now keep in mind there's going to be an expansion draft. Depending on how many players we lose in there, I might go and make other offers. So I don't know how that's gonna go. So here are my offers. So Ciernik, Morrow, Niemi, and Phillips are all prospects of the Sens that reached 20. So that's kind of my rule. Whenever they hit 20, I give them a contract. Very rarely I give them a contract prior to that. I know that in real life, Chris Phillips reached the NHL a little bit faster than that pace, but that usually works for me. Now, if you see, when I say that I've been savage is, and I mentioned that in a comment on a video 2 videos ago, is that sometimes you're able to go and make an offer to a guy that didn't want to negotiate with you previously. So I got Joe Nieuwendyk out of the Flames, and now I am making a pretty strong offer to Marianosa to get him back. So I might end up with both Nieuwendyk and Marianosa on the team. I'm also making a ridiculous offer. You wanted so much money, so, and that's not all. I might have to, give him more than that. Patrick Marleau. As we know, he's still playing today in the NHL. Really good potential left winger. That's kind of a position of need for me, left wing. So I made a ridiculous offer to him. He wanted 1.5 million, I think, a year. So I'm giving him 1.6. I'm probably gonna need to up that. And then, in the spirit of trying to fix my goaltending problems, I am making an offer to Evgeny Nabokov as well. So Nabokov was a pretty good goaltender, and I am willing to sign him and bring him into the Sens family. So keep in mind, I might not get to sign those guys. I also might lose some guys to the expansion, so I might have to readjust. One thing that I hope is that I don't lose too many defensemen to the expansion draft, because the market for free agents for defensemen is really thin. There's not a whole lot in there, so I hope we don't come to the part where we need to sign defensemen. Let's see here. Oh, okay, the expansion is tomorrow, so I have to do my protection list. Where do I do that again? I think it's gonna redirect me there if I try to continue. Yep. Alright, so I get to protect one goaltender. Dear God. Do I protect some Thomas or Guilbert? Tough choice, tough choice. Oh, I am torn. I'm gonna protect some Thomas. Maybe not the best choice, but he's the one I'm gonna protect. I have to protect 5 defensemen. Right, I'm gonna protect Kelly Johansson. I'm gonna protect Zvela. He's been pretty good for us. Oof. I guess I'm gonna protect Brian McCabe as well. Wow. It's not easy. Alright, I'm protecting Junior and Dyke for sure. Protecting Yashin for sure. Protecting Alfredson for sure. Alright, who else? Bill Guerin, he's gonna bounce back. I believe in Bill. Hashtag I believe in Bill. That should be a thing. Peltonen has been pretty good. We're gonna protect him. 4 more. Sillinger. I want to keep Matt Cullen. 2 more. I'm gonna keep Holmstrom. And I believe I'm gonna keep... Do I keep Dag or Dackel? I'm gonna keep Dag, even though I know that he's probably going to decline and everything. Dackel really hasn't been good last year. 15 points, that's not good enough. Alright, I'm gonna recheck to make sure I'm not leaving anyone behind. That's a no-brainer. I have some good names exposed. I'm sure they're gonna come and pick a couple guys from me. I have a couple good potential guys like Brian Berard. I mean, who else could I not protect? Maybe McCabe. I think I'm gonna protect Berard instead of Brian McCabe. Brian McCabe had a ridiculous amount of penalty minutes last year, 363. And I think I'm gonna keep the better potential guy in this case. Alright, so I have protected a goaltender, 5 defensemen, and 9 forwards. Oh, we have some emails here. Alright, so Ciernik is thinking about it. Marian also thinking about it. Come back. We love you, Marian. Patrick Marleau. Oh, Patrick Marleau signed. Okay, alright. Nabokov is thinking about it. Scott Stevens dumps his agent for a lack of a new deal. Alright, so Patrick Marleau is going to take number 12 from Andreas Dackel. Here, Dackel, you can have Radek Bonk's old number. Alright, so my first big free agent got signed. Of course, Marleau is, just an alpha star player. He's not exactly ready, but he should develop. It shouldn't take him too long, I wouldn't think. Now we're going to advance, and it's going to draft the Nashville Predators. I'm always excited to see those because they are not... they don't end up at all with the same team that they did in real life, and it's kind of interesting, I think. All right, let's see who they draft. Hopefully not too many from us. All right, so they got Jeff Hackett in there. Ron Tugnut, Mike Dunham, Stéphane Fizet. They took Guilbert from us. Okay, alright. We might be a little weak in net again. I absolutely need to sign Nabokov now. Then they got Ray Shepard from Colorado. Yuri Krupp from the Islanders. Oh, they're going with older guys, really. Lyle Odeline from Montreal. Alexander Karpovtsev from the Kings. Nelson Emerson from the Blues. Doug Brown from the Devils. Gary Volk from the Canucks. They're picking a lot of right-wingers. Paul Eisenbart from the Oilers. Daryl Shannon from the Flyers. Craig Conroy from the Hurricanes. Depending on who else they get, Conroy could be their first line center. They could do worse. Jeff Finlay from the Red Wings. Radek Bonk from the Stars. So the Stars didn't protect Radek Bonk that I traded to them. And now Radek Bonk is going to be on the Nashville Predators. That's interesting. Randy McKay from the Blackhawks. Curtis Brown from the Sabres. Peter Klima from the Maple Leafs. Rick Tocchet from the Penguins. Wow. That's not a bad player. And they have, 5 more picks. Gary Roberts from the Flames. Wow, they're getting some decent players. Sure, a lot of them are in their 30s and everything, but I mean, Rick Tocchet and Gary Roberts, those are players that can hit and score. Nashville are not going to be pushovers. Bill Lindsay from the Coyotes. Dixon Ward from the Lightning. Chris King from the Rangers. And the last pick is Pat Peak from the Capitals. Alright, so looks like, unless I'm mistaken, I believe that they kind of fixed that so that they only picked 1 player per team. Right? There's no team that got more than 1 player taken from, I don't think. That's cool. So we only lost Guilbert. I'm not necessarily super happy about that, but that works. All right. Alright, so those players are getting used to the team. Nabokov wants more money. You're gonna get it, buddy. I am known to be very generous. Ask your buddy Patrick Marleau. I have no problem giving you 910. Alright, so Ivan Ciernik signed. Oh, revenge is sweet. It's so sweet. That's also probably going to be the title of my video. No, because I go with the dates, that's true. But, in spirit it will be. Marianosa signed. Alright. Mark Morrow signed. And Mark Morrow wants number 3, so he can have it. Welcome home, Marianosa. We are going to be so happy together, and I'm going to make sure you are happy forever. I do not want to lose you again. Alright, Chris Phillips signed his contract. Chris Phillips gets his number 4. I don't know why it said that he wanted number 6. Alright, now we just need for Nabokov to sign as well, and I'm going to be pretty happy. Ugh, he signed with Boston. Now I'm not happy. Alright, so... and Niemi signed. Alright, might have to ride Tim Thomas and hope that he develops or something. I mean, I can go and check, but chances are that there is not a super good goaltender left. Yeah, it's pretty slim pickings, so I'm not gonna sign any of those guys. Well... it will have to be good enough. I mean, I can't really do anything about it anymore. I threw a lot of money at him, and it wasn't enough, apparently. Yeah, Boston offered him a tiny bit more. Alrighty, we are going to start simming. So not only did he not sign with us, but he signed against a direct rival that's going to come and hunt us. Scott Stevens is energized. He signed with a new agent, so good for him. Peter Klima attends a leadership seminar, so he just joined the Nashville Predators, and he took a seminar to become a better leader. So he's taking his new role on his new team very seriously. At least the summer months go by pretty fast because there's not a whole lot going on. I do wish that they would sometimes kind of update us on some free agent signings. You know, like I heard about Nabokov signing in Boston because I was bidding on him too. But there's other players that sign that are decent players and we don't hear about it. So, alright, so I am being offered Jeff Paul for Alexander Vasilevsky. Nah. Oh, that's true. Thomas Holmstrom's gonna start the season suspended. I don't know if preseason games count. I hope they do. Because I don't mind not having him for the preseason games. Ed Belfour and Keith Jones in Chicago pitch in at the local homeless shelter. Alright, development report. Look at Deg starting to lose ability. Oh, Chris Neal gained some speed. Alright, Brian Trottier became a part of the Hall of Fame. So did Peter Stastny, Dave Taylor, and Rod Langway. Alright, so my saving grace maybe for a goaltender is maybe a team's gonna try to pass one through waivers at the start of the season, and I might be able to snatch one then. I'd like to have something a little bit more solid than Kirk McLean and Tim Thomas to start the season in net. It's probably my own fault. I probably should have protected Guilbert, but even then, it's not like we've won a whole lot with Guilbert in net anyway. So maybe it was time for a change there. Come on, Tim Thomas, eat some, you know, energized ribs or something and become better fast. Josef Stumpel hosts a charity golf tournament. So Stumpel with the Bruins. So as we know, that's good for his personality. Not a lot of trades this summer. It was pretty quiet. It's funny because I'm as hard as I'm trying to not replicate the Sens problems that they had in that period, during that time period. In reality, it took a really long time for the Sens to find a goaltender. They turned to some, you know, aging Tom Barrasso or even Don Beaupre and things like that, and the first real good goaltender that the Sens had was Patrick Lalime. I mean, Damian Rhodes never really panned out, and they did have Ron Tugnut, and he was a fan favorite, and he was okay, I guess. I liked Ron Tugnut, but I mean, the real first starter that was really good was Patrick Laneem, and it took a long time to get to him, and I've been trying real hard to fix that early, and it hasn't quite worked out for me. Sometimes having the will is not enough. Cliff running and those scholarships at Hometown College. So we know what that means. Just a bunch of scouting reports. Sorry, I don't have much to say about those. Barbecue too hot to handle for Clark Wilm. So Clark Wilm with the Capitals burned himself handling a barbecue. That news happened once every summer. Alright, we are about to... in 7 days we are going to start our preseason. I guess I could call up everybody. I know it's annoying and I apologize, but there's no other way to do this. Yeah, I'm probably going to need to pick up at least one goaltender from waivers, because I only have 3, so if I have an injury or something, I'm starting to be really thin all of a sudden. Oh, Mark Morrow's already on the team. Oops. Reece Schultz. Come play some preseason games with us. Just moving players one at a time. Alright, everybody should be up now. Oh, yeah, now I have to give numbers to everybody. This is a chore that it should be kind of automatic and not really matter. Alright, Laflamme wants here, get number 28. Stamneskash would like number 2. Well, you can't have it. I have number 56. Brad Larson would like number 9, but he's going to get number 17. They all want numbers that are already taken. Alright, get number 31, buddy. David Viborny would like number 9 as well. It's taken. Get number 99. Make a Gretzky out of yourself. Semi Sato wants number 6. It's taken already. Take number 23 for now. Whew. That was painful and very unnecessary. Quality of life improvement. I would really like for that to be changed. Okay, so we play in Carolina. So we have this, and oh, that's the good one. That's the good. That's the good development report. The one right before training camp. Marian Hossa is now 2 full stars already. He's 19. I love him. Alright, we are going to delete that. And we are ready to play the Hurricanes. So please just give me a moment. I'm going to mute my microphone and I'll be right back. Okay, I apologize for that. I can breathe. That's wonderful. So, we are playing the Hurricanes. As usual, I'm going to look prior to playing the first game of the season against a team. I'm going to look at their roster, see how much it changed and everything. So, let's take a look at the Hurricanes. So they still have Sean Burke in net, so pretty good, 4 stars. Mika Noronen as the backup. Chris Pronger, Brian Marchment, Kevin Dahl, Doug Huda, Tommy Shodin, just produce. So past Pronger, it's that D is not too scary. Murray Craven, Pavel Dimitra, Jeff Sanderson, Chris Tansel, Vladimir Wojtek, Andrew Castles, Byron Ritchie, sorry. Byron Ritchie, Greg Johnson, Mikael Nylander, Craig McDonald, Craig Adams, Grant Marshall, Jeff O'Neill, Pat Verbeek, and Tommy Westlund. The D's are weak. Other than that, it's a decent lineup. Let's see what our new team can do. So Marian Hossa, it looks like Marian Hossa might play on the second line with Yashin and Loney Loge. So still a little weak on the left side. And I looked and there wasn't... It looks like left winger is always really thin in free agency and whatnot. It's kind of why I went and got Patrick Marleau too. I mean, yes, I gave him a ridiculous amount of money, but he's going to be developing into a pretty good left winger, which has been a weakness for my team since I started. So, and we lost the first game of preseason 3-2. Let's take a look here. We outshot them 31-23. We gave the puck away 15 times. They gave it away 11 times. That's a lot of turnovers. Greg Johnson was the first star for Carolina. He had a goal and an assist. Vitaly Yakmanev for us had a goal. He was the second star. And Jesper Deuce, third star with an assist. So for us, we have Joe Nieuwendyk from Alexei Yashin and Lonnie Loach, and Vitaly Yakmanev from Mike Senninger. Jaromir Jagr is injured and he's going to be day-to-day with some dizziness and nausea. He's going to be gone for about 8 days. And Eric Lindros had a great preseason game. He had 3 goals, hat-trick against Nashville. Alright, now we are going to be playing our second preseason game at home against Anaheim. Let's take a look at them, see if they've gotten better. So they still have Felix Potvin in net, so that's pretty good. But they did lose Ron Tugnut, so now they have Dan Cloutier in net as the backup. Peter Ahola, Steven Bancroft, I believe Steve Bancroft, yes. Rich Pilon, Richard Schmelik, Olev Terodovsky, Roshan Soleil, Todd Gill, Dana Merzen on D. Okay, Bates Battaglia, Carpenter, Johnson, Kaval Tanov, German Titov. Yeah, they're getting better, but I don't think they're still there yet. Of course, neither are we. Alright. And we lost 2-1. Thankfully, it's only preseason. I'm not worried just yet. We outshot them 34-29. So again, it could be a situation where we run into a hot goaltender. We gave the puck away 11 times. They gave it away only 4 times. So it looks like it's going to be a problem again. Another problem, it looks like, is going to be the attendance. 6,608. It is preseason. I don't know if that plays a role in that. But even, adding Nieuwendyk and Marian Osa and Patrick Marlowe's and, all of those guys, I cannot. I guess I need to win a cup or something at this point. I don't know what else to do. So the lone Gorsk... Oh, sorry, I didn't look at the 3 stars. So the first star was Steve Ruchin with 2 assists. Second star was Ivan Ciernik for us with a goal. And Paul Carrier was the 3rd star with an assist. So Ciernik scored our only goal from Magnus Arvidsson and Bill Guerin. And now our third preseason game is going to be against Phoenix. Oh, Peter Forsberg is going to miss 3 weeks. He got hurt against San Jose, so he's going to miss possibly the start of the season. Steve Yzerman lights the lamp. He had 3 goals and 2 assists against the Kings in a preseason game. That means absolutely nothing. Alright, let's look at Phoenix. Nikolai Abibulin in net. That's pretty good. Patrick Desrochers, I think. Yeah, Patrick Desrochers as the backup. Eric Kearns, Greg Allgood, Phil Housley, Mironov, Quint Numanen, Lawson. Decent D, pretty decent D. I wouldn't complain if I had that as my defensive lineup. Shane Doan, Keith Kitchuk. Alright, maybe a few holes, at forward. Even then, I think they have a decent team. I think Phoenix might make the playoffs. Alright, so we're going with Kirk McLean. They're going with Patrick Desrochers. And we lost 3-1. Oh boy. Where's my panic button? I'm looking for the panic button on my keyboard. I can't find one. I'm probably going to need it. All right, we were outshot 44-27. Phil Housley was the first star of the game with an assist. Norm McIver had an assist for us. He was the second star. And Teppo Numinen had a goal and was the third star. So our lone goal was scored by Mike Salinger from Norm McIver and Kelly Johansson. Vyacheslav Kozlov lights the lamp. He had 3 goals and an assist against the Mighty Ducks. Pretty good preseason game for him. Claude Lemieux had a hat-trick, 3 goals against Edmonton. Excellent passing leads to productive night for Vincent Enfous, who had 4 assists against the Islanders. Of course, all preseason games. Yeah, the preseason games don't count. Well, that sucks. I mean, the preseason games for the suspensions for Thomas Holmstrom don't count. I just checked. He's still suspended for 6 games. Alright, and we are now playing the Tampa Bay Lightning. There's 3 games left of preseason. So as we know, Tampa Bay was horrible last year. So let's see if we can beat them again. Alright, so still, yeah, they still don't have any goaltending. So they have Blaine Laker and Zach Bierkinet. Still, they are both Alpha Star. Sean Chambers, Paul Mara, Pavel Kubina, Darren Van Himp, Mark Bergevin, Joe Rickey, and Skopintsev. Sorry. At least they are adding Vincent Lecavalier to the lineup this year. Still going to be pretty hard for them to win, I think. Oh, they signed Benoit Brunet. Well, good luck with that. It didn't work out for me. Maybe it's going to work out for you. Alright, they are going with Blaine Laker. We are going with Tim Thomas. We finally won a preseason game. 2-1 in overtime against the team that was dead last in the league last year. Fun times. We were outshot 36-22. We gave the puck away 11 times. They gave the puck away 4 times. David Viborny was the first star of the game. He plays for us. He had an assist. Scott Fraser had a goal for Tampa Bay and was the second star, and Marianosa had a goal and was the third star. Strong night for Rick Girard in Pittsburgh. He had 3 goals, a hat-trick against the Red Wings. Alright, 2 preseason games left. This one's going to be against Dallas. Alright, so playing in Dallas against the Stars. So, yeah, they don't have much goaltending either. So they have Marc Lamotte and Rick Tabaracci in net. Let's see here. Yeah, they have a decent offense, but they don't have good goaltending or good D, so I think it's going to be pretty tough for them. I think the Stars are going to struggle because of that. And if you hear that background noise, again, I apologize. It's my neighbor with his beaten down pickup truck that he likes to start and let run for a long time. Alright, so let's go ahead and play the Stars. We're going with Tim Thomas. They are going with Rick Tabaracci. Ooh, we won 6-0. Look at that. We outshot them 48-20. Joe Nieuwendyk was the first star of the game with 2 goals and 2 assists. Christian Aflam was second star with a goal and an assist, and Daniel Alfredson was the third star with a goal and an assist as well. So we have Osa from Kelly Johansson and Andreas Dackel, Sheldon Surrey from Vili Peltonen, Joe Nieuwendyk on the power play from Norm McIver and Daniel Alfredson, Nieuwendyk again from Christian Aflam and Magnus Arvidsson, Christian Aflam from Bill Guerin and Joe Nieuwendyk, and Daniel Alfredson on the power play from Joe Nieuwendyk and Loney Loach. Those were our 6 goals. And finally, the last preseason game for the 1998-1999 season. We are playing against the San Jose Sharks at home. So the Sharks, as we know, had a pretty good season last year. They made the playoffs, and they pushed their first round matchup to the 7th game, but they weren't able to win. So let's see what they look like. So they have Artus Irbe in net with Mika Kiprusov. So that's pretty good there, at least for the future with Kiprusov, especially if they don't trade him like they did in real life. Jason Calimore, Leaf Rowland, Glenn Wesley, Andres Usen, Doug Bodger, Roger Johansson, and Peter Popovich. So that D's a little shaky. Bradley Friesen, Dean McCammon, Ray Whitney, Marco Sturm, Kudashov, Kozlov, Nikolic, Sullivan. Yeah, they have an okay team. I mean, it's not the best, but that lineup made the playoffs, or a very similar lineup to that made the playoffs. All right. They are going with Mika Kiprusov. We are going with Tim Thomas. And we won 5-2. So we had 3 wins and 3 losses in preseason. Does that mean we're going to play 500 in the regular season? I don't know. That's why we're going to play this season eventually. We outshot them 42-25. So the shots seem to be a lot more in our favor than not, so of course that's going to be a good thing down the line, more than likely, hopefully. Marian Osa was the first star with a goal and an assist. Vili Peltonen was the second star with 2 assists, and Per Juice was the third star with 2 assists. So Robert Zvela from Chris Phillips and Matt Cullen, Joe Nieuwendyk from Yakmanev and Juice, Marian Osa from Yashin and Peltonen, and then Sillinger from Per Juice, and Kelly Johansson from Vili Peltonen and Marian Osa. And interestingly, the Sharks had taken a 2-0 lead in that game. Alright, so the regular season starts in 5 days, and we are going to be playing on the road to start in Colorado and Phoenix. And then our first game at home is going to be against the brand new team, the Nashville Predators. So I'm going to go ahead and save this here. There's not really any standings or anything to look at. We can take a quick look at the roster here. Of course, I'm going to be purging who I want to keep on the team for the official opening day lineup and everything. So let me know what you think. If you think that I have a shot at the playoffs this year. I seem to think that I have a shot every year. The goaltending might make me miss the playoffs this year. I don't know that I have a great solution for that. I was really hoping I could land Nabokov. Now I have to rely on Kirk McLean and Tim Thomas. So I don't know how that's going to go. But overall, let me know what you think about the team. Are we good enough? Are we going to get good enough? Other than goaltending, what do you think? What do you feel is kind of a weakness for us? Is it the D? Is it maybe the left wing. I mean, I've been struggling with left wingers for a very long time, so maybe that's the problem. Let me know what you think. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. So as usual, thank you for tuning in, and if you've liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. That's always appreciated. And until I roll this game again, see you guys next time. Thank you.